Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Maybe you're familiar with a little opinion poll that Elon Musk posted on his Twitter account, where he provides in his assessment like a citizen, like you and I can do, and says, okay, this is my peace plan for Ukraine. He just posted over there, like you can do it, and he did it. And he gives, I think, 4 points, and in one of those points he made a fact-based statement that Nikita Khrushchev, the former premier of Soviet Union, gave Ukraine Crimea. That is a fact. I think in 1954. And Musk calls that a mistake. And why he said that is because of that mistake, it happened what happened in 2014 when Russia just held a referendum over there and took it back. Without the 54 mistake, Crimea would have remained in Russian territory and would not have been the Crimea issue, which is a fact. Now, I know facts are not friends of weasels. They're not friends. Weasels are people who bend however is necessary just to either be right or not face consequences and, lead if they can, even though they are very weak. Here and here. Sometimes here not necessary, but here, Anyway, so we have Elon Musk here, who makes a claim that he spoke to Putin, and Twitter was all alarmed. So that's why you proposed that plan as an individual, he's not a diplomat, he's not a political figure, as a resident, as a citizen. No, you can't do that. You have too much influence. That's basically what happens. So this article that I have here comes from The Street, and it's from today, and it's the 6th of October 2022. Elon Musk spoke to Russian President Vladimir Putin. Now, after Musk, issued his points, what he thought, best of his abilities, dumb, smart, however you want to take it, you will have intellectuals, diplomats, and you will see how they viewed his proposal. His proposal was not going to be taken into consideration by any country. But you'll see how desperate some answers were. The Tesla CEO has come under fire for several days. Under fire by few and promoted and loved by others. But you see, these weasels want to be right, and they came under fire, okay, several days after proposing a perceived pro-Russian peace plan to end the war in Ukraine. Perceived or not perceived, that was his plan. That was his best of his understanding and ability. The CEO of Tesla has gone from hero to pariah in the war between Russia and Ukraine in a few days. That's not true. That's not true. Because if you look at the votes that he received for his plan, they were 40.1% out of 2,748,378 votes. So there were almost 3 million people who voted. And out of that, 41% were for his plan. And then the rest, 59%, were against. Remember that when the American colonies, the British colonies here, issued their Declaration of Independence, only 30% agreed with that. The other 30 were loyalists against the revolution, and 30% did not give a damn or never heard of what's going on. So here we have 41%. I don't think it's a negligible percentage. Do you think? So then, why do they say he was slammed? Why do they think he was pro-Russia? Why do you think that he's just... if he was pro-Russia, then 41% were pro-Russia. And that's a big percentage. And it says here that has gone hero to pariah. Pariah would be 99 to 1. Only 1% would, but it's not a pariah. But anyway, they generalize, you know, they extrapolate for this, from this, they make it like this. Typical. So let's see. When Moscow invaded Kiev, blah, 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 blah. It says here, the billionaire, the satellite internet access service offered by the, okay, now they try to get him in. On October 4th, he proposed a peace plan considered a capitulation to the Russians. Not really, but that's your take, not mine. I think he just asserts the situation in the field. Outrage. Oh my God. The peace plan intervenes at a time when the Russian armed forces have suffered symbolic defeats in various Ukrainian regions. 1, to be more specific. Okay, out of 4 or 5 actually, that they lost 1. So it's still the score is 5 to 1. So what are you talking about? Weasels again. Musk's peace plan has 4 points, but 2 points are controversial. Let's see. The first is that Musk asked Ukraine to recognize that its region of Crimea, annexed in 2014 by Russia, is Russian territory. I think I covered that one. Let's move on. These are weasels. The tycoon also asked Ukraine to remain neutral in geopolitical affairs in the future. What's controversial about that? And why not? Well, if you don't want, you pick a side, well, obviously the other one feels threatened about it, and they're gonna kill you. How about that? That's how it works in nature as well. Look how hyenas versus lions. See how they defend their territories. They don't overlap. So it's very clear where is the overlap, that's a problem. Well, Ukraine is at the overlap. Ukraine means at the edge anyway, so it plays the right, correct role here. Now, the tycoon also asked Ukraine to remain neutral. I think so, they should. Kiev must go up and any aspiration, must give up any aspiration to become a member of the European Union, a member of NATO. I think that would be smart of them. Now, as I said, for his plan, yes, 40.9%, no, 59.1%, almost 3 million votes. Okay, the plan was torn up by the Ukrainian authorities, who did not hesitate to accuse him of treason. He can't be how should I put it, traitor, because he's not a Ukrainian citizen, you ups, you know what I mean? If you are a Ukrainian citizen and for having an opinion, you can't be a traitor unless you work, you know, with a foreign government to overthrow or to destroy your country. Is he working with another government? Is he Ukrainian? No. But you guys in 2014 worked with Victoria Nuland, right? To do what? Overthrow a democratically elected, legitimate government. Now, those are traitors. Anybody hanged? No. Why? Moreover, that government was recognized by the sponsors, who are the same sponsors of today's war. It's just a coincidence, I'm pretty sure. All right, so Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky wrapped his criticism in a poll to caricature Musk. No, it was his level. Instead of dealing with the issue at hand, he attacked the person ad hominem. You know, when you lost your argument, you say, hey, you're ugly and your mom dresses you bad or something, you know, or oh, you're short or you're fat or you're stupid. How about the intellectual part of whatever we had together? Can you bring counter arguments? Obviously can't, because you switched it into attacking me personally. I can attack you all day, but why should I lower my being to yours, to your standards? No, I won't. So this guy said this, he said that by asking social media users if they prefer the Elon Musk who supports Ukraine or the Elon Musk who supports Russia. How about he doesn't support any? Is that an option? It seems like not. Why? White and black. That's a attribute of a child. Children see life in 2 colors. They don't see any gray. And life is not like that. You are not all good. You're not all bad. Only Hitler was all bad, and Bill Clinton was all good. Or you know, you got the hint, right? So move on. We have another intellectual here, and this guy is Andrei Melnik. This was the ambassador. He's the ambassador in Germany, Ukraine ambassador. So he's a diplomat, like Lavrov, that you hear Lavrov cursing all the time, right? Now, why do I say Lavrov? Because he's an example of a diplomat. You say whatever you want, I don't care. Give me another one, Blinken, or the other one who bashes the United States at the United Nations. That, what's her name, Linda Thomas, and the last name Garfield or something like this. Is she a diplomat who apologizes in your name at the United Nations for the slavery? Is that your representative that represents your interest at the United Nations? You make me laugh. Smack, Linda. Anyway, so this guy, another diplomat, says this is what he says in his Twitter account. He says this, I'm gonna quote exactly. "Fuck off is my very diplomatic reply to you." That's an ambassador. Now I understand that nowadays the level of intellect and behavior is all loose and we're all cool now, and we don't have to show on time, we don't have to work, we can, you know, leave our pants half that you can see my butt in my dirty underwear or something. You can, you know, you can be cold however you want. We relax nowadays. I understand that the standards go out the window, and this kind of laid back attitude, and cool man, you're cool. This is a cool guy right here, a diplomat talking like that. And it's not only that, and then Musk came back and he explained that his peace plan is simply borrowed from reality. He wanted that without, he warned that without peace it is possible that the conflict becomes a total war, with the possibility that it turns into a nuclear war with heavy consequences not only for Ukraine but also for the rest of the world. Is that unreal? Is that what's wrong with that? And he said, I still very much support Ukraine, but I'm convinced that massive escalation of the war will cause great harm to Ukraine and possibly the world. Musk responded to President Zelensky's criticism. Russia is doing partial mobilization. The serial entrepreneur posted. They go to full war mobilization if Crimea is at risk. That on both sides will be devastating. He said, he added that Russia has 3 times population of Ukraine, so victory for Ukraine is unlikely in total war. If you care about the people of Ukraine, seek peace. Anything wrong with that? I don't think so, but he uses brains and the other ones use heart. You know, pathos versus logos. You can't. He deals with some teenage individuals, with children, adult bodies with children brains. And he says here that indeed the billionaire just indicated that he spoke to Russian President Vladimir Putin in 2021 by video conference. The revelation came after fresh criticism from US Senator Lindsey Graham, who's an imbecile, who said Musk's peace plan was dumb. If that was dumb, you who incited assassination of a foreign leader, which is Putin, Lindsey, what are you? You're a criminal. You're a terrorist. He said we should take Putin out. This, the senator of the United States of America, and he calls Musk dumb, his plan dumb. Well, why don't you come with a resolve here? Nuke the Russians, that would be yours, intelligent one. So this guy, Lindsey, he said that Putin must be taken out. A US senator. Should the Russians send a few drones and take care of the whole Senate because he makes he's a member of a terrorist organization, because he's in that organization, and he said that Putin, the democratically elected leader of another country by its population, needs to be taken out because Lindsey Graham is very intelligent, but Musk is dumb. You see, this is Lindsey. And it all started with a Twitter user, Twitter user who asked Musk if he had ever met Putin in person. And this is the question: have you ever talked to Putin in person, Ellen? The user asked, and this is what Ellen responded: we talked via video conference last year. This is it. And I will have another article regarding Lindsey and Musk, how smart Lindsey is compared with Musk. But he is, because he's a weasel. He fools so many people that he is still a senator. But why? He's doing the bidding of certain interests. So it doesn't really matter how people might do this or that. If he's got enough money, he's gonna repeat over and over, and he's gonna have the a certain kind of strata of the population, to vote for this guy. Yes, people who voted for Lindsay, I think they were duped. I'm not saying they're idiots or anything. No, it's just simply, look at him. He wanted to assassinate another leader, and he said that Elon Musk is just dumb. Okay, what's your offer? I know, kill Putin, that's his offer. But his is very intelligent and balanced or tough, however you want to take it. That's a US senator. There are 100 in the United States senators. But you have Nancy Pelosi as the Speaker of the House, 3,000 years old, and she doesn't even know where she's at, and she's a speaker and she's very active. Can you believe? And you have Biden as the president who shuffles, and he resuscitated 15 minutes a day to come in front of a television, read to camera, read some teleprompter, barely, make some mistakes, shake hands with the air, shuffle out and go back into his crypt and stay over there for the next 23 hours and 45 minutes. And then you have Kamala Harris, a previous lady of the night in her ex-life. Her knees are all calloused from, oh my God, and he's dumb as fuck. And these are the leaders of the United States of America, with a nuclear power and the greatest economic blah blah blah. That's a farce. These guys cannot lead this country. It must be somebody somewhere else. These guys are just over there just for idiots. Next time, as I said, the US president will be either in a coma or will be already clinically dead, or brain dead. Still over there or something, but Biden is close to this. Two of them. He's close to a guy in coma, and it's a little bit further than a dead one, dead brain one. This is where we are. And when we're tough, Jesus Christ, and you got Milley and you got Austin, the generals, oh my God, I hope no war starts with these guys in charge. I hope they're not in charge. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just. God.